Good morning, Story Trading VIPs. It's Monday, July 3rd. It's going to be a short show today. It's a half day in the market. Market's closed tomorrow. Vegas is not joining us. Also, because it's a half day in the market, not much news going on. Okay, so we're going to hit this quickly. I anticipate, not going to have big market moves probably till Wednesday in terms of the overall market. So just going to focus on, I'm not even going to look at the indices. Right now, we know we're above all key moving averages. QQQ, SPY, everything actually looking really bullish right now. Not to say we can't have a correction, but man, we're above all the key moving averages. So, stock specific news, there's only like 4 items over here. You got Tesla that beat production numbers, production and delivery. You see it's gapping up really big above. This is a key level we got to stay above now. 276.99. Now it's below 276.99. This gap fill here at 264.45 is something possible that it's going to see. I'm not necessarily today, but at some point in the future, it could probably fill that gap at 264.45. So those are the two numbers to be aware of. Support at the downside at 264.45, resistance at 276.99. Fundamentally, I like this. We got in at like $110 on this, and I've been holding on to my shares, at least in my IRA, the whole time. So 276.99. Let's take a look here at this gap, the top of this gap. It's basically if it goes above 276.99 and holds that as support, then 300 to 310 range is what's going to be next. Yeah, you can see. I think we were talking about these levels last week, even before this news. Yeah, we were. So you remember that? I was talking about the resistance candles right here and right here, roughly between 300 and 310. That was our target anyway, just because of how the technicals were shaping up. And now you have a catalyst, which can potentially support that. So that's what's going on with Tesla. Air, I anticipate we'll just have we'll follow Tesla and do well on that. Maybe Wolf as well. Where's Wolf Speed? Wolf Speed's up a little bit on silicon carbide. So, all right. So that was one news item. Second news item, LLAP. Don't forget, this is the last chance for FOMO buyers to buy by 1 p.m. today. Now it's two different publications. I don't know if it's coming from the same source, if they're just regurgitating what I forgot the Twitter handle, Constellation News or whatever it is that basically leaked that this project got approved, assuming they're right. So then there was a second one coming out Friday, a second like some sort of online media, news thing about space that also said the project got approved. Probably got approved. It's not 100%, but the official will be released Wednesday morning in the early pre-market hours. Okay, so I'm looking. Hopefully, I would like to sell some at 175. I'd like this 50 DMA to break, have a nice FOMO run, and sell at like 165, 170 to 175. No matter what, I'll probably take some off the table before 1 p.m. today. Okay, we had a nice ride on this and played it well. And then tomorrow, if it is approved, tomorrow morning, look for a big gap and possibly a fill. Okay, gap and a fill. We have to see. It's going to be crazy action tomorrow morning if it is approved. $2 is an area of resistance, and above that, 250 to 3. All these numbers are in play, but it might do something like this. This is kind of what my base case is, honestly. A big gap and then a fill. So we'll see how that works out on approval. XXII had some bad news here. 1 for 50 in reverse split, but there are two silver linings in this. Silver lining one, analysts came out at the same time and reaffirmed $1 price target on this. Okay. Which analyst was it? I forgot. It's not in this news feed, but okay. So that's one thing. The other thing is they did not increase the authorized shares. They actually decreased it at the same ratio of 1 to 15. So that may seem like a nothing burger to you that, oh yeah, everything gets reset at 1 for 15, but not usually. With microcaps, very often when they do a reverse split, they'll either leave the number of outstanding shares the same. In fact, here, let me show you the news here. They'll either leave the number of shares outstanding the same, or they'll reduce it by a smaller ratio. So check it out here. In connection with the reverse split, the company will reduce its authorized number of shares of common stock at the same ratio, resulting in 33 million authorized shares instead of 500 million authorized shares. So that's important. It's a silver lining. It's not, we've been gotten killed on this, but look at this. They have, after this reverse split, there's going to be how many shares outstanding? 15.9 million shares outstanding. Right. And instead of being able to sell another, 475 million shares for dilution in the future, they can only sell like another 15 or 17 million to get to 33 million. So oftentimes you'll see these microcaps. Okay, let's take advantage of this. Let's not decrease the authorized shares, which in fact you're increase. Imagine if they didn't decrease the authorized shares, and what they would be doing is increasing the authorized shares by 15 times by not decreasing it. So that's a trick a lot of microcap companies do to be able to be ready for severe additional dilution. By doing this, it seems the company is saying we don't need severe additional dilution, significant additional dilution in the future. So that's a silver lining, but this has just been a nightmare. Okay, so I got a big enough position, not adding to this. We'll have to see FDA news come out in August if that can turn things around. All right, reverse split goes into effect Wednesday morning. Lucid, this has been two of my favorite swings plays here, Lucid and Overstock. So Lucid had a little bit of news this morning. Citigroup analysts coming out, reinstating here. Lucid resumed at neutral, right? So they cut their coverage and then they reinstated coverage at neutral and at buy with an $8 price target. Okay, so now we're getting validation on the thesis we've been talking about since this news came out with Aston Martin. So that's looking good. That matches kind of the technical target we had here. Try to break above the 50 DMA. The top of this gap, what's the bottom of that gap? About $7.50 to $8 in that range. And then, the max I'd look for this at the 200 DMA 9. If you really kind of want to break out of this range here from 8 to 9, they got to have additional deals like the Aston Martin deal. Get like 2 or 3 of them, and then you can break this 200 DMA. But for now, this is the playground I'm looking for is $7.50 to about $9 on Lucid. All right. Overstock, no news. NVIDIA, no big news that I'm aware of. So that's about it. Like these things, hopefully we'll see some continuation in Overstock and NVIDIA. I like them both. 20 DMA bounce in NVIDIA. We got big price targeting increases last week. Overstock, the story with Bed Bath & Beyond, that name change coming. 30 to 35, my initial target, right in the middle of it. And maybe we can make our way over to 42 as things develop further. Pounds here, nice little bid here after a good Friday, 17 or so, rechallenging that looks reasonable, especially with the RSI relatively low here at 62. DRIO, we're waiting for news, hasn't hit yet. Aetna was supposed to launch, and it looks like they're a little bit behind, so we'll have to monitor that. And that's about all I got. Joby and Archer, they're really strong still, unbelievable. Joby, Archer, and Lilium. We just have the Archer one, but man, that's been amazing overperformer in the sector. And that's about it, right? That's all we got. I see, GENI, I just want to bring up unusual pre-market action in GENI. Or maybe an analyst note or something. This is definitely unusual to see. 29,000 shares, up 2%. Strong bid here at $6.33. I don't see anything in the news feed. Okay, so it's very possible. And the analyst came out with a nice price target, and it just hasn't hit the news feeds yet. So keep this on high watch. Nice little chart. Wow. So this maybe could break 639. Was that the high there? Yeah. Wow. 633. This could break out like kind of like a cup, almost like a cup breakout here at 639. I'm moving GENI to the top of my list. This looks really healthy. That's also a 52-week high. Yep. So GENI gets to be moved to the top of our list here today. All right. Oops, I'm out of spots. Wow. All right. What are we going to do with that? I think I'm going to delete NNDM. I don't even know what that is anyway. So, okay, we're going to go back to GENI. I think NNDM was a AI stock, was it? I think it's AI, NNDM. So I'm going to put it in my AI list. All right. We'll do that right now. We'll switch over to the AI list. And always good to look at that anyway. So we'll take GENI here. And we'll move this to the top. So we got Tesla, LLAP. I think they'll do well. Lucid, GENI. All right. Yep. Those are probably going to be the top for today. If I had to order them in terms of what I think we'll do, because Tesla is this big gap. I don't know if it's going to gap and right. Might fill a little bit. I'm going to put LLAP at the top. Then I really want to put GENI second because of that price market action, but it's a micro cap riskier. I'll go Lucid, then GENI, then Tesla, just because it's already made big gap here. Though, okay, those are the top four: LLAP, Lucid, GENI, and Tesla. And let's just quickly, before I let you go, do some housekeeping here and add NNDM, a new AI stock. Apparently, I think. Let me just double check that. NNDM. Let's just make sure. Was it AI? I think it was AI. Yep, AI. Yeah, it was AI with good fundamentals, share buyback. So that's an interesting one. We now have it on an AI list. And with that, have a great day. I don't know that we're going to do our post-market wrap today. It's just such a short day. We're going to take our afternoon off and see you Wednesday morning. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for your support. See you later.